Hey guys, how y'all doing out there? Time for another tutorial from videoeditingsoftwareguide.com. Today we're doing a tutorial on the jumper effect in Cyberlink PowerDirector 10 Ultra. Let's get into it. Now, to be honest with you, this effect is pretty much just like the teleportation effect. Not too much different. Just use a little bit of different effects, a little bit different flair, and it makes it look a little bit different, but basically it's the same thing. So what you want to do is you want to record your scene with a tripod so that everything is still. You have to record your talent doing the first part of the scene, then record the scene by itself with no one in it for a few seconds, maybe 5-10 seconds just to make sure, and then record the scene of the talent doing the second part of the effect. Now, once you do that, you want to pull your clip down into the timeline. You want to move the scrubber forward to a position where the talent is ready to do what he has to do. So I'm going to move this step by step forward a little bit. And I'm going to split the part that I don't need out. I'm going to remove that, right click on it, and remove it because I don't need that part of the clip. And then I'm going to move forward to a position where the talent actually does his movement that makes it look like he's about to jump. And I'm going to step forward to a perfect position for that. And I'm going to split the clip there. Now that I have that part, I'm going to move my scrubber forward to a position where there's nothing going on in the scene, which is about here. I'm going to split this again. And I'm going to get rid of this middle part because there's nothing here that I need. Right click on it, remove it. And now you'll see that when I move the scrubber over this part, it's just going to look like the subject moves a little bit and then vanishes. Alright, so now I'm going to move forward to position maybe a few seconds in. Not too far because you don't want it to be too long before the talent reappears on the screen. So I think I'm good right there. I'll split the clip there. And now I'm going to move the scrubber to a position where the talent does the last little motion here. And I think that's a pretty good position right there. So I'm going to split the clip here. Click on the clip, click on split. And now I'm going to get rid of this middle section. I'm going to click on the middle section. Right click on it. Go to remove. And I'm going to get rid of any part on the back that I don't need. So I'm going to click on this. Split it. Right click on the back end. And click on remove. Basically that's it. I'm done with the pieces where the individual is going to teleport or jump from one position to the next position. Pretty simple and easy to do. Now what I did is I took a few different pieces and I added to this. The first thing I did, I stretched out my timeline all the way out so I could add an effect to make it look like the screen jumps. So if I go to the effects room and then go to special, there's an effect called beating. So take this effect and actually drop it right down underneath the position about 3 frames in, or 3 frames from the end. But where the subject actually does his little jump thing. In fact, let's make it 2 frames. And then I'm going to split the back end of this beating effect, and I'm going to remove it. What that does is it makes the screen kind of jump forward right when the individual moves and disappears off the screen. I want to do the same thing right before the individual comes back onto the screen. So once again, you want to move it about 2 frames above, right click on it, or remove, or maybe not remove, let's try that again. We want to split the clip, then we want to move the back end off. So this one we want to actually put about right when the individual comes back onto the screen. Or you can put it right in the middle. It's really up to you on this one. This is really depends on your preference, how you want it to look. If you want it to look like this screen jumps like right before the guy comes back on, put it between the two. You know, it'll make a nice little look on it, like he's getting ready to beat. Or you just move the whole thing before he comes back, and once again the screen's going to jump like right before he comes back, because it's only 2 frames, so it'll look clean. It'll look really good when he comes back onto the screen. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go up to the effects room. You want to go to special, and we want to go to ripple, and you want to drag the ripple effect down under right where the individual talent is about to disappear, and you want to go about 6 frames forward. You want to split the effect there, and you want to remove the back piece. Now the reason why you make this longer than the beating effect is because you want the ripple to last a little bit longer, so it gives you more of an effect. And you want to click on ripple. You want to go to keyframe. You're not really going to keyframe it, but what you are going to do is you're going to click on the arrow next to effect. You're going to click on position, and a little window will pop up here. You want to put this red dot right on the subject so that the ripple comes out from the subject. It starts there and it emits from that position. And click OK. Close that out. Then you want to go to the next position where the subject comes back on the screen. And we'll drag the ripple effect down again. Go about 6 keyframes in. Click on it. Split it. Right click on the back end. Remove it. So again, you want to click on the ripple effect. Go to keyframe. Click on the arrow next to effect. Click on position. And move the red dot right on the subject. Now the last thing that I did is I added some effects from Compositor Toolkit from Digital Juice, and I added Fine Particle number 2, and all I really did was just drag that underneath, size it up, put it to a position where I wanted it. When you first drag it down here, you're going to have to click on it, go to Modify, and apply the chroma key. It's going to just take off the black You just size it up to where the individual's at. Pretty simple to do. When you play it, it's just going to show the particles come on. You're going to have to do some adjustments to the particle for color and things like that. But that really depends on the scene and how you want it to look. All you really need to do the adjustments to the color is click on Fix Enhance. And then you just do some color adjustments to it. Fix it up how you want. Also, another thing you could do is when you're in Modify on the particle clip, you can click on the little eyedropper from the chroma key, and you can adjust the tolerance and the hue and the intensity and things like that to your liking. And that's it. Pretty easy, pretty simple to do. How to do the jumper effect in CyberLink PowerDirector 10 Ultra. Now, you know the routine. Click the thumbie that's pointed in the upward direction, the upward pointed thumb. I need you to click it, like it, live it, love it, hug it. And, of course, leave me your comments. I love your comments, so leave them for me. Because when you leave a comment, I get back to you. If I can't answer your question, I'll get you to somebody who can. And last, but definitely not least, don't you ever forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.